Now we are in the process of discussing the theory concept of test of adequacy. Now look at this. Time reversal test I am discussing. Let me take up one more point. Whether Pasch's formula will satisfy time reversal test or not. This is 2017 base year, 2018 current year. We have a group of commodities. Let us calculate the index number taking 2017 as the base year, 2018 as the current year. So price index number of Paschi is equal to summation of P1 Q1 by summation of P0 Q1. Then what you have to do? Take 2018 as base year, 2017 as current year. Again calculate the index number in backward direction. So you have to interchange the suffix, that's all. Summation of P0 Q0 by summation of P1 Q0. Multiply these two, sir. P01 of Paschi into P10 of Paschi. Summation of P1 Q1 by summation of P0 Q1 into summation of P0 Q0 by summation of P1 Q0. Again this is not equal to 1. You cannot cancel any figure here. It means Paschi's formula will also do not satisfy the factor reversal test. This way every formula you have to verify. Instead of that I will list out the formula. I will give you the list. Remember them. By name you have to remember. This formula will satisfy the time reversal test. Okay. Next. Time reversal test is satisfied by first one. Simple aggregate. Simple aggregate index. Marshall-Edgeworth formula. Third one, Walsh formula. Fisher's formula. Fifth one, Kelly's fixed weight formula. Kelly's fixed weight formula. Simple geometric mean of price relatives. Seventh one, weighted geometric mean of price relatives. Weighted geometric mean of price relatives. Okay. These 7 formulae only will satisfy the time reversal test. For them, it doesn't make any difference which year we are taking as base year and which year we are taking as current year. Okay. Next, circular test. Next one is circular test. Circular test. It is an extension of time reversal test. It is an extension of time reversal test for more than 2 time periods. 2 time periods. It is based on shiftability of base period. It is based on the shiftability of base period. Look at this. There are 3 years given. Let us take first period as A, 2016. Let us take this as A, 2017, 2018. This way 3 time periods are taken. Now in this particular case we will calculate index number with the 2016 as the base year and the 2017 as the current year. This is base year and this is current year. Index number is represented by PAB. Base year always we write first, then current year. Consider these 2 periods. Now this will become base year, this will become current year. Again I will calculate index number, it is denoted by PBC. Now take these 2. This will become base year and this will become current year. Again if I calculate the index number, it is PCA. So rotating the base, instead of sticking on to one particular base, you are rotating the base. That is what is called circular test. How can we represent it? PAB into PBC. Here current year will become base year for the next. Into PCA is equal to 1. PAB into PBC into PCA is equal to 1. Any formula which will satisfy this will satisfy the circular test. Okay, circular test is satisfied by first one, simple aggregate method. Second one, simple geometric mean of price relatives. Third one is Kelly's fixed weight formula. Only these 3 formulae will satisfy circular test. Only these 3 formulae will satisfy the circular test. Next, factor reversal test. Factor reversal test. In factor reversal test, what we are doing? We are calculating price index number as well as quantity index number. Let us see, sir. We have a group of commodities, 2017 as the base year, 2018 as the current year. 2017 as the base year, 2018 as the current year. So with the same year as base year and same current periods, same base period and same current period, you calculate price index number ignoring that 100 factor. Once again, for the same data, you calculate quantity index number also. Quantity index number. When you multiply these two values, if you get which is value index, then that formula satisfies factor reversal test. Every one of we know price into quantity is equal to value of your purchases. Price into quantity is equal to value of your purchases. Okay, let me repeat this point one more time. I have two time periods. 2017 is taken as base year, 2018 is taken as current year. With the same base period and current period, calculate price index number and quantity index number ignoring that 100 factor. Then multiply these two. If product of these two is equal to true value ratio, that is value index, then you can say that formula satisfied, or that formula satisfies factor reversal test. Only Fisher's index formula, satisfies factor reversal test. Only Fisher's index formula satisfies factor reversal test. Okay. For unit test, there is no need to discuss anything. That is the definition of index numbers. Just go through the point which is given in your ICA material. As I given you the page number also. Time reversal test, factor reversal test and circular test need some explanation. So those points I considered. Okay. Let me see a couple of problems which are left over. With that your index number chapter is over. Some theoretical questions left over means which are based on time reversal test, factor reversal test are not solved by me. In the sense, after giving this concept, you can also answer those. Any controversy means your answer is not coinciding, tallying with ICA key given. Then we have a discussion on that one. Who you are right, or the way you are thinking is correct, or ICA is correct. That I'll tell you. Okay, let us see the questions we have here. First question, in additional question bank, 53rd problem. Put a double star or a triple star on that question. Put a double star or triple star on that question. Question number 55. Question number 53. Additional question bank. With regard to last year's and past year's price index numbers, it is maintained that if the prices of all the goods change in the same ratio, the two indices will be equal. For them, the weighing system is irrelevant. Or if the quantities of all the goods change in the same ratio, they will be equal. For them, the weighing systems are the same relatively. This is an exceptional case where last year's formula and past year's formula will satisfy the time reversal test as well as factor reversal test. Which point you have to concentrate? When the prices of all the commodities are increased or changed in the same ratio, or the quantity consumption is changed in the same ratio, then price index number of last year is equal to price index number of last year is equal to price index number of past year. This is option B. Option B is the answer. When the prices of all the commodities change in the same ratio, or the quantity consumption changes in the same ratio, then you can say these two values are equal. In this special case, price index number of last year comma price index number of past year satisfies TRT comma FRT. TRT comma FRT. This is question number 53. And one more point to remember. Price index number of last year is always greater than price index number of past year. This point you can verify through the numerical problems what I solved for you. In every problem, for every problem, this is true. Price index number of last year, the value is more than the value of past year's index number. Next point. Next point. Price index number of Fisher. Price index number of Fisher lies between price index number of Fisher lies between price index number of last year and price index number of past year. Next point. Price index number of Marshall Edgeworth also lies between price index number of last year comma price index number of past year. Price index number of Marshall Edgeworth also lies between price index number of last year and the price index number of past year. Okay. One more point which I want to bring into your notice. When you are solving additional question bank problems, 97th question, first column and second column values are same. By mistake, it is given quantity consumption in the base year, price are given, and you have to calculate quantity index number. So you don't get whatever answer you are getting. Your values will not coincide with the options given. So in the latest study material, ICA has modified the key as none of this. That you can solve, or you can leave also, no problem. 98th question, look at this. 98th question. 98th question. There are two commodities. We have A and B. Only two commodities. P0, P1 are given. For A, P0 is 25. For B, it is 55. And for A, P0 is 25, P1 is 55. This is 30 and this is 45. Calculate the index number by using geometric mean. So calculate price relative, sir. P1 by P0 into 100, 55 by 25 into 100, 55 divided by 25 into 100. This is 220. 45 divided by 30 into 100. 45 divided by 30 into 100. This is 150. This way first you calculate price relatives. Geometric mean method problem, if at all given in the exam, it is only this model. For more than two commodities, they don't ask you in CN because you have to take logs and anti-logs, very lengthy process. So price index number by geometric mean. For two numbers, geometric mean is square root of product of these two numbers. 150 into 220, take square root, 181.65. 181.65. This is the answer to this question. After watching the videos, with the presence of mind, do one more time practice. Then you have any doubts, I'll take up. With this, your index numbers part is over. This last chapter is a combination of index numbers as well as a time series. You don't get any practical problems on time series. Purely theory, that I'll take it, discuss later on. First you concentrate more on index numbers. After getting satisfaction of this one, then we will move to the next one. You are welcome to ask your doubts at any time, no problem. Fine, thank you. With this, index numbers is over.